Good evening, everyone. How are we all?
Good, thank you.
Good?
Yep, good.
Before we start our first initial meeting today, where I'll be explaining the assessment task, I just wanted to make everyone aware that we all use inclusive and appropriate language. Racism and discrimination and derogatory terms are not welcome, and this session fosters a safe, respectful, welcoming, and inclusive environment. Is everyone okay with that?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, so this unit is called BSB PEF 202, Plan and Apply Time Management, as you all know. In this unit, we are going to be, or already have, learned about the importance of deadlines and ensuring we're meeting them. How to prioritize tasks based on deadlines and importance, what to include within a time management plan, how to make goals, and the correct way to communicate progress with a manager and seek feedback appropriately. As you guys know, the purpose of our Zoom class today is to outline the three assessment tasks that you'll need to complete in order to be deemed competent. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yep.
This is just going to be like a quick outline of the assessment tasks you guys have been sent so that in 3 weeks' time you can come back and complete the other components that you'll need to do. I'm just going to kind of
Awesome.
go through everything. So the first thing you guys will have to do outside of class is complete a time management plan. In the assessment task, you've been given a template to use. This will be in the assessment workbook I'm going to send to you at the end of the class. And we'll go through everything in there as a group to avoid confusion so that when the Zoom ends, you don't have a question because you've looked through it on your own. We're just going to look through it all together. I'm going to read through the assessment criteria with you now, but a copy of these instructions will be given to you in your workbook, so you don't have to remember this. It will all be written there for you. I'm just going to quickly go over it for you. For this activity, your work role will be a student trainer and assessor working under supervision for Plenty Training. Your goal is to become a qualified trainer and assessor, and you have many tasks that need to be completed each week. These tasks include logging into your learner portal and checking for messages or updates, watching recordings and lessons for your study, reading resources, adding updates to the diary, attending study support sessions, and preparing for upcoming classes. Job prioritizing involves looking at job tasks for the day and deciding what job tasks should be completed first to the least important job tasks for the end of the day. So if you have tasks that could be completed the next day, obviously you're not going to complete those ones first. You're going to complete the ones that are the most important. Any questions so far?
No.
No? So basically, you guys are going to be completing a TMP or time management plan individually based on the role I read above. So the student trainer and assessor. A minimum of 5 things from the above list should be included within the plan you create. When you create these plans, ensure it identifies your work role goal and your work role in general. Clearly outline the tasks that need to be completed. A minimum of 5, as we said before, job tasks should be in the plan. Explain the job tasks that are priority and why. Make sure the plan identifies any relevant organizational policies and procedures. Make sure the time management plan is completed legibly so that we're able to read it. And identify at least one potential problem that could arise and indicate how this could be managed. We shouldn't have any issues completing this task if the draft plan is followed correctly. It pretty much outlines everything that will need to be included. The above points will be included in your workbooks to refer back to as well. So if you forget anything, then you can just look back and read it. Does the time management plan make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next assessment in this workbook is a written question component. This won't be completed at home. This will be completed during our next Zoom call in 3 weeks. So don't complete this at home. Just do it in class when I give you the allocated time. It's just based off knowledge we already have learnt in class. But I'll read it out to you now just so it's been read out. Um, the I won't read them out actually. They're just questions in the workbook. We'll read them out on the day. Does anyone have any questions about that? So basically, just you can read through them in your assessment book when I send them to you, but just don't complete them. Cool?
Awesome.
Okay. And the final component will be a verbal observation. This component will be also completed during our next Zoom session in 3 weeks' time. The three of you will be taking part in a role play experience where I will choose a scenario and the three of you will need to resolve a solution together using the content we've learned throughout the course. I'm going to read out the assessment instructions to you now. These instructions will be included within the workbook, but again, nothing will need to be completed at home. In your workbook, under the heading Observation Discussion Activity, you'll see the scenario I have chosen, as well as the requirements that will need to be met during the observation. So I'll just read out the actual task to you now. A key requirement for planning time management is to be able to efficiently discuss your workload, your proposed strategies for managing this, and the feedback and suggestions on your plans. In this task, you'll need to meet with fellow colleagues, so you guys, and discuss some strategies to manage routine difficulties that may arise in your role and ensure your plans would still meet the work goals and requirements. I will select a suitable challenge or problem that you may face. You should then discuss this with your colleagues, any possible ways you can manage this and adapt your plan. During this discussion, your assessor will be looking to see if you can demonstrate the following skills and knowledge. Discuss your work goals, be able to identify some factors that may affect your work plan, discuss possible solutions and gain feedback from others, identify and plan how you can improve in this discussion with your colleagues, and use listening and questioning techniques. Use suitable language, phrasing, and pronunciation in the conversation. And these instructions will also be included within your assessment workbook to refer back to. Does that all make sense? So there's three components of the assessment, the time management plan, which you will complete, and then we'll go through it in our next Zoom in 3 weeks. And then the last two components, the written questions and the verbal response, will obviously can be completed in 3 weeks' time.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Yep.
So now I'm going to email to you the assessment workbooks. So if you guys all jump onto your email. Can you please just open them and check that they are there and that I guess yeah that you have access to them. That you may know when you have opened them up.
Yep, I have it.
Yep.
Yes, I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. So as you can see at the top, there's a time management plan and the instructions that go with it. So you'll fill that out on your own in 3 weeks, in the 3 weeks between our next Zoom meeting. And if you have any questions, you can just shoot me an email and I'll be able to help you with them. And if you scroll past that, there's assessment task 2, verbal/written questions. These will be completed in class, so don't complete these.
Okay.
And then the last assessment is task 3, the observation discussion activity, which will also be completed in class in 3 weeks' time.
Okay.
In 3 weeks' time, also remember to bring your ID with you so that I'll be able to just make sure that you are who you say you are before we start the recording.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you guys.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Britt. Is it just the driver's license is plenty for ID?
Yeah, driver's license is fine.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.